Aboard! Aboard! Body snatchers.
I thought somebody was standing up. Let's go.
Just parked up, and just beyond the hedges there's a graveyard, Thomas a Becket Church. And we have some spooky tales to tell about Thomas a Becket Church. This is our park for the night, and we found it on Park for the Night. So it's a free parking area just outside Thomas a Becket Church in Warblington. Feeling confident? Let's go and find out some history. Yeah, that's enormous, isn't it? But they are synonymous with graveyards, but there's a key thing about the yew trees in this church and about the rural location of this church. But the girth of this one is incredible.
It's got concrete there. Maybe it's not real.
Okay, so yes, this is about the era of something we're going to talk to you about. But yeah, the yew trees created a really secluded church in a rural location. And because the yew trees were all around, it kept the church and the graves well hidden. So if you can see this building, boys, just here, did you spot another building like that just on the other side of the church? Guess what they were built for?
Dead bodies?
They weren't built for dead bodies. Keep guessing. Not for grave diggers, but you're getting closer.
Shovels?
Not for shovels.
Oh, coffins.
Pardon?
Coffins.
Coffins. There's some doors on the side here and some windows too.
Bodies.
And they were built in the 1800s because it was a rather unpleasant thing that was a little bit commonplace around the 1800s. And because this church is so rural and so secluded and surrounded with views, they had to install a grave watcher's house here and a grave watcher's hut over on the other side to keep an eye out for grave robbers, body snatchers. So what do you think the people want? Why did people want to body snatch freshly dug graves?
Because they could sell the organs.
Well, yes, exactly. They would sell the organs or sell the cadavers with the dead bodies to doctors, anybody that wanted to learn about anatomy and they wanted to learn about dissection. And you could get quite a lot of money for a freshly dug cadaver, and you had to do it quite quickly before the body started to decompose. Exactly. So when you stole the body, you take off the jewellery and leave it in there, because if you stole the jewellery and the possessions of the body, you'd be in even more trouble. And there's a very famous man called Burke who actually killed people to use their bodies and sell their bodies on, and he ended up getting caught. He killed 16 people. He ended up being caught and being dissected after being killed himself for medical science. This has been here for over 1,000 years, or parts of it. So it appeared in the Domesday Survey in 1086, and it's actually the original part is Saxon built, which I think is fascinating. They've been doing some work here in the last year, and they employed an archaeologist because they thought they were going to uncover an ancient burial mound. There's also an urban myth about a plague pit being here, but there's been no evidence to suggest this is true. We've just walked from Warblington Cemetery, Warblington Castle, or Warblington Manor as it was also known. outside Warwick Manor a couple of days ago, and I spotted a motorhome and realised it was on Park for Night, this car park just outside Thomas the Becket Church. And I thought, I wonder if there is any interesting history behind Warblington Castle. It turns out there is. Right, that is a part of Warblington Manor. It was a big castle and it had a moat, and Margaret Pole is said to haunt the area around this tower. Okay, now she was locked in the Tower of London because Henry VIII thought that she had committed treason, because she was a confidant, which means she was a close friend of Catherine of Aragon. Anyway, when they thought that she committed treason, she was locked in the Tower of London. And then when she was an old lady, she was beheaded. And the poor lady was hacked 10 times before her head actually came off. So in the 15th century, so way before this, it was owned by the Earl of Warwick, and he was actually the kingmaker. So when King Richard III was defeated in the Battle of Bosworth, we had the Earl of Warwick who lived here. There's other bits of history, but then Henry VII gained control of it, so it was passed back to royalty. And then after Henry VII had it, of course it was passed to Henry VIII. They say that Henry VIII stayed here twice. They say Elizabeth I passed through here. So it's got steeped in history. They also talk about a ghost smuggler that haunts the area here, because I think Emsworth was a big smuggling area.
Yeah.
Was it Emsworth or was it Langston that was smugglers?
Both, I think.
So just over from where we're staying, a bit of a ghost story. Because it was owned by royalists, of course, in the Civil War, it was destroyed, which is why it looks like it does today. We're about to do dinner, and we've realised we've forgotten to charge our devices. Daryl's forgotten his watch. We've forgotten our charging bricks. And what else have we forgotten?
The bin bag.
Oh yeah, anything to put our rubbish in. So pretty novice first attempt. But look, we're still wild camping right next to an ancient graveyard. Moved on from beans on toast, we've upgraded to vegan sausages, fried onions and green beans. Cheers, dear. Happy holidays.
It's getting late now. I think it's just gone past 9 o'clock. But it's June, and so it feels like 6 o'clock. And as we settle down, there's still a window open up there. I'm going to try out this windshield cover for the first time. So I've heard you trap it behind the doors and wrap around the front. Easy, right? Easy. Let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I don't know if that's right, but it feels right. Looks a bit wrong. That'll do, won't it?
It's still there, the washing up.
It's my turn to do the washing up.
It's his turn. Well,
Shall I wash up? There. Well, the bats are out. Everyone's in the van. And I figure like, well, and there's a full moon. A full moon? A graveyard? And bats? Let's go on a little nighttime walk, shall we? What was that? Whoa, I just got a tingle through my cheeks. I thought somebody, I think it was a shadow. I thought somebody was standing up. Cool, huh? I mean, you don't get to do this every day. In fact, why would you want to? Okay. I think I'm going to go back to the van. Back to the motorhome, guys. Mine. Right, I don't know about you, but I'm hearing things and I'm, getting a little bit chilly. It's cold, right? So I think before anything else happens and I trip over something or hear another noise, I think we're going to get out of here. Oh no, my light's gone too! Abort! 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 Hey, we did it! After a near abort last night, we decided to put our big boy pants on and locked ourselves in for the night. The kids chittered till about gone 11. I think they're very excited about the prospect of staying away. We made up the double bed down the other end for ourselves and the kids slept fine, unlike the adults. It's about 6 in the morning now. There's rabbits kicking about, birds are singing. Birds have been singing quite a while this morning. We've learned a few things about the van that we didn't know. When it's really hot at night, when we went to bed, it'll be freezing in the morning. At night time, don't forget to put the blinds across your window lights, because at this time of year, it's like someone having a torch in your face at 3 in the morning. Another thing we found about this particular wild spot, last night we had another van turn up and I thought, oh great, we might have some neighbours in the morning. Instead they decided to just park next to us for half an hour with their engine running and their music playing at 11 at night. So I'm not sure what the etiquette is, whether you're supposed to tell them that you're trying to sleep or whether they're supposed to spot it. It's kind of sweet because people are coming here before work to tend to the graveyard, and I'm particularly fond of this spot and this area along this coastline. It's really nice to see. Well, we had our first overnight and we're back home now. One thing that would have made it a bit more comfortable is a flat bed, because we found the cushions were a bit of a jigsaw puzzle, putting them together. The manual covers a lot of how to convert the different variations of the dinette section and the overhead cabin, nothing about the rear lounge. So you can see it there at the back. I'm going to have a little bit of a play with the cushions and see if we can find a better configuration. Anyway, if you've got a better idea, pop it in the comments below.
You can find where we parked on the Park for Night app. It's got a rating of 4.62 out of 5, has toilets during the daytime and a water tap.
Until our next escape, thanks for watching.